Hey guys, so I thought I'd do an ancestors reading, so I'm just going to be using my shaman oracle cards and another set of cards that I use. So I'm going to ring my bell and we're going to get started, okay? I hope you guys are well wherever you are. Sorry about the second, third, whatever. Y'all know. Y'all know. All right, guys. Let's see. What does the collective need to hear right now, please? I just feel like it's just best to honor our ancestors today, guys. Collective, I feel like you have some past, like you have enemies that are mad at you, right? But I feel like you guys, maybe you carry like a protection pouch, or it's something that is connected to your ancestors that it protects you, but that's also what I'm feeling. Only take that if it resonates. You guys could have just recently given an offering to your ancestors, collective, or your ancestors are asking for an offering during Thanksgiving. Okay? So that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. But maybe you guys just, this is maybe just a sign that you guys need to refresh the altar. I know I already did that. Collective, why do I feel like you have people trying to make offerings to your ancestors? I feel like this could even be enemies, collective. Maybe they're trying to... This is so weird. I feel like maybe you have people around you that are trying to make offerings to your ancestors to appease the spirits. That's what I'm feeling right now. Yeah? Yeah, I feel like you have people that are trying to shapeshift into your energy or shapeshift into something good when they've gone against the ancestors in some sort of way, which is very weird because normally I don't get that kind of energy when it comes to the ancestors speaking. But I feel like this could even be like enemies from a past life. You know what I'm saying? But you have ancestors that walk with you, collective. You could have an elder, you could have a grandmother or a grandfather that watch over you, or your ancestors overlook what is going on. Yeah. I feel like you have people in your energy that want you to be imprisoned or stuck. And I feel like this was even like a violation to even your own ancestors, because I don't want to trigger anybody, because, you know, it's not like, you know, the indigenous people weren't treated any kind of way in the past, you know, when they were here. I'm getting goosebumps. I feel like you have ancestors that want revenge for them trying to imprison you in this lifetime. And this could even be in isolation. You get what I'm saying? So maybe you had people that were trying to imprison you or isolate you. And this is made, if you guys have indigenous ancestors or ancestors that are of Indian heritage, they want revenge, collective, for the people that have tried to play in your energy and try to shapeshift, but also trying to make offerings to your ancestors to appease the spirits. Because I can tell you, some ancestors are nice, and then there are some ancestors that won't take no shit. I can promise you that. And I'm feeling the ancestors that don't take no shit right now. I'm so serious. You know? But that's what I'm feeling right now. Okay? Ooh. So we have Spirit of Water. Trust your intuition. Know that you're on the right path. Take time to nurture yourself. Allow your inner child free reign. Believe in your dreams. Don't stifle your emotions. Trust the messages they're giving you. Purify and cleanse yourself in your home. Healing is on its way. Emotional healing energy is expanding within you. The Spirit of Water invites an emotional richness into your life. Communicate from your heart. Embrace your childlike wonder. This card also represents purification, cleansing, and healing. It reminds you to clean your personal space and your body. It also urges you to accept and embrace your emotions, all of them, even the ones that you don't usually like. Additionally, trust your hunches. Push off from the shore of safety and enter the flow of life. All is well. Be aware of water in your life. Humidity, mist, clouds, rain, water, and food, fruits, vegetables, and so forth. The ocean, the rivers, the bath, and the shower. Drink extra water. Energize it by placing your hand over each glass and sending love into the water. Evaluate relationships. Notice how each encounter affects your subtle emotions. Take some daily time to relax, especially near or in water. Cleanse and purify yourself in your living space using water. Imagine how it would feel to still be in a pool, a mountain, stream, a mist, a great sea, or a summer shower. Notice any emotions or feelings that emerge as you do this. Watch your dreams. So collective, I feel like you have been purging your energy. Maybe you do need to drink more water, or this is just a sign that maybe you need to take a salt bath. I know I took my salt bath yesterday, and I was like, we're just going to dump it over my head completely, just drench myself in salt water. So maybe that's what you guys need to do, or you need to drink more water, because I feel like, you know, you have people, I feel like you have enemies, collective. Yes, I'm hearing yes. You have enemies that are trying to appease your ancestors, and like I said, not all of them are nice. Not all of them like to play nice. And they like to call us, they like to call our bloodline, they like to call us indigenous people, savages, right? And that's what they are when it comes to playing with certain bloodlines, okay? Getting goosebumps, right? Kind of like in the story of Pocahontas. Although I've always loved Grandmother Willow, like I loved Pocahontas. I feel like I always watched Pocahontas when I was younger, like over and over again. But in a way it makes sense, right? But like I said, there are some ancestors that were brutally murdered. There were some that were forced to be imprisoned, right? And I feel like you have people that have pissed off certain bloodlines for trying to play in certain bloodlines' energy is what I'm feeling, right? So we have partners with creative force in the flow of creation. When you have a mare's constancy, you will be steadily loyal to the truth in action. The noble one has a direction in mind, but not the route planned out. At first, there are many possibilities, but once you begin, guidance and signs can be received to light your way. How are you being guided? How can you lend your strength? So collective, this is a matter of trusting yourself right now and where you're being guided and where you're headed. But I feel like you know the truth when it comes down to your enemies, collective, and they have no choice but to admit defeat when it comes to you. Because I feel like I said, there are some ancestors that don't like how you were treated. They don't like how you were attacked. And that's what I'm feeling right now. And like I said, I know savages is one way, but to torture certain people in this lifetime, no, you just pissed off the spirit world, you know? Like a plant putting out roots in all directions, the inner life reaches out into the world, experiencing resistance for the first time. The creative drive of heaven and earth joins together and grows, bursting with life and desire to fulfill. It's too early to limit possibilities. So strengthen your resolve and gather support, human or otherwise, to help expand your awareness and influence. What is beginning? Where is the growing center, and where can you find help for it? So collective, this is about staying rooted, but also reaching out to your ancestors for support, okay? Because I feel like on the other side, you know, the spiritual journey, collective, can be very lonely, right? But when you have ancestors on the other side that are rooting for you, it's very different, right? So reality looks very different when you have ancestors on the other side that are going hard in the paint for you. And this is reminding me of the tree of life, right? So I feel like, with all that being said, you have your ancestors' support as you're going forward and you're planting seeds in this new chapter of your life, right? But I feel like maybe you guys have been dealing with resistance when it comes down to your enemies trying to push back. But like I said, I feel like your ancestors are pushing these people back because there is no making offerings to what's already been done. Okay? But we have honor the flow of energy from source to fulfillment and align your actions to it, allowing your ideal outcome to melt with the natural current. Following may then be an effortless flow of supportive synchronicities. Moving with the creative process is never a mistake. How are things flowing, and how can you move with them? Where are you being nudged and guided? So collective, you're going with the flow right now, right? You're going with the flow right now. You're trusting the present. You're being present, and you're going with the current, okay? It's a matter of being in flow, but not wavering on your thoughts and your feelings, on what is manifesting right now for you. Because everything is a reflection of our thoughts and our minds, of what we think about. And I feel like maybe you even had enemies trying to push back on what you're manifesting and what you're creating, right? But that also brings me back to the isolation period, okay? I'm gonna go into part. So maybe you had enemies, you know, that made you feel like you needed to be isolated this lifetime. But I feel like this isn't the first lifetime that they've done this to you. You get what I'm saying? I feel like you've had ancestors that have been imprisoned, right? This is reminding me of like a generational curse, right? So you're basically freeing your bloodline. I'm getting goosebumps, right? So you freed your bloodline to a certain extent. I know that this happened to me last year where I fasted last year on Thanksgiving. I didn't eat any meat. I only ate like vegetables and things like that because I was focusing on freeing my bloodline, because I had ancestors that were of the indigenous kinds, you know, that were trapped in purgatory because of how they were murdered, how they were tortured. And that's what I'm feeling around me right now. I got goosebumps, you know, to talk about this. Maybe you guys have also had ancestors that have been brutally murdered on this day, right? And I feel like those are the ancestors that are pissed off at your enemies, collective. And they think that you're doing something to them. No, they just pissed off the wrong side of your ancestors. And they like to say, they want to sit here and throw rocks at you, collective, because they feel like you're doing something to them, or that you're a savage. That you're a savage because the projections and the work that they did on you is no longer working. Right? Right? So what's next is they're going to throw rocks and hide their hand, saying that you did something, but they pissed off the wrong side of your ancestors, including that these people were brutally murdered. Okay? That's what I'm feeling. So we have nothing moves or grows. Communication doesn't happen. Everything is negated and blocked. Perhaps others sabotage progress with a negative influence or no empathy. Even your brilliant ideas and best efforts come to nothing. Instead, focus on the smaller details of your immediate reality. What work can you do when nothing is working? Who are you when no one is noticing? So collective, like I said, you have people that have tried to sabotage you, right? Try to make you feel and attack your character. I feel like these people could have tried to attack your character, right? They wanted you to be stuck and stagnant. But like I said, they pissed off, including if you have indigenous ancestry, collective. Oh, your ancestors are not playing with these people. They are not. Okay? They're not playing with these people, right? We have the early Chinese character for decreasing shows the hands with a vessel. Pour out what you have in an offering, however small. When you focus on your faith on something higher than everyday life, it opens the flow of good fortune, and your life becomes lighter and simpler. Trust your insight and perseverance in your chosen direction. Why do you want to make such an offering? How much is truly asked of you? So collective, here's that offering card again in a different deck. You guys need to make an offering to your ancestors, whether that's lighting a candle or refreshing the water or whatever it is that you do to give them their ashe or love, or however it is that you give them their offering. You need to give them their offering, okay? So we have, it's time to bite through to the truth of the situation and deal with any obstacles fiercely. It will help to use the determination of an investigator or judge intent on restoring the world to good order, who will let nothing stand between them and the truth. What must you do to get to the truth? How can you become more effective? So collective, I feel like you've overcome what your enemies have thrown at you. And then it doesn't matter what they've thrown at you, because I feel like everything was meant to happen the way that it was, right? Including when it comes down to your enemies attacking you. So we have there is strength and energy and alliance. Find like-minded others. People in harmony can commit themselves further and take greater risks and enter new territories. Once there is an agreement, follow the vision tenaciously with the constancy of a noble one. What are the unique contributions? Where is the common ground? How will your life change if your group expands? So I feel like this is about finding your soul family and finding people like you, collective, coming into alliance with people that are just like you. Okay? And it could also be like, maybe this is about meeting people that are just, like I said, they're just like you, but also it could be like, you know, maybe you guys share similar ancestry or the story is close to the same. Okay? But like I said, you guys need to make an offering to your ancestors today. You know, whatever that is. Normally I just give my ancestors a candle, right? Or other people have different ways of giving back to their ancestry, but I feel like this is about cleansing and purging your energy. And I do feel like, you know, you do have enemies that are trying to make offerings to your ancestors to appease the spirits, because I feel like they could be getting tormented. Like I said, not all ancestors are good. Sometimes some of them can be real ruthless. And I feel like I'm picking up on some really ruthless ancestors that mess with the wrong bloodline right now. That's just what it is. I wish it wasn't so brutal. You know? I wish it wasn't so brutal. They're just like, yeah, no, fuck you. I'm like, okay. You know? But it's just one of those things where, like, you know, certain ancestors, they don't play about certain bloodlines, including when it comes down to being oppressed or being imprisoned or isolation or any of that shit. Because it wasn't too long ago when we look back on history, how certain tribes were being told what to do, right? And or they were tortured because they didn't want to give up their land, right? And that's kind of what I'm feeling. So people need to be careful, and they need to tread lightly when it comes to certain people's bloodlines, because they might just wake up. They might wake up certain levels of your bloodline that's going to set them off, right? So that's what I'm feeling, guys. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. I'm sorry that it got a little brutal, but then again, I do think back about what has happened to my own ancestors, and you know, I do pray for their peace of mind, right? So give them their offerings, collective, and give them honor, okay? So yeah, guys, that's all that I got. Please like, share, follow, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Okay? Bye!